Kenya decides Kisumu is trending as well. As you know, about 500 people claim their names do not appear anywhere in the register. And Community Shield hours to KE internet shutdown. The Communications Authority actually came forward and said there's not going to be any internet shutdown. So all of this being pushed by, I guess, propagandists online. And then you also have the hashtag Poll Security KE that is trending, and the Ministry of Interior as well has come out to actually urge Kenyans and given them actually numbers to call, and said as we approach the election day on Tuesday 8th, we provided a number where you can reach us for any security related incidences. And there you go. If you take a look at their Twitter handle, you'll be able to take a look at what else they are saying. And of course, there are people who are looking forward to the election tomorrow. And we have one coming in from Edwin, who is saying the elections will be peaceful, security will be heightened, no cause to worry. We also have one coming in from Karungaru, who is saying, my plan for tomorrow is to vote, go home, and order pizza and soda and enjoy eating it as I wait the results to be announced. We also have another here. Change will begin with voting tomorrow, so go out there and vote. The future is so certain, and when tomorrow comes, we all shall know of our place in this world. And we also have another from Dennis Kwezi, who is saying, elections under the hashtag elections KE, so much propaganda flying around on social media. Can people keep calm and vote? Ignore the sensationalism. Now, of course, speaking of sensationalism, the Bloggers Association of Kenya has come out to caution fellow bloggers to make sure that they're doing the right thing tomorrow as people go out there to cast their votes. Let's listen in to what they have to say.
I think there are many ways the Kenyan election can have an impact on Uganda. Let's not forget, if you're going to see any kind of impact of the election in the country itself, how really people take the election and the election results. In 2007, we know it very well how our economy was impacted. Uganda was hosting many Kenyan refugees, and that really slowed down the economy, but also the loss of lives and having to deal with that kind of, the region dealing with that kind of trauma. There's so much going on right now in the region, so much violence in South Sudan. Uganda is hosting Burundian refugees, and we are hosting over 1 million South Sudanese refugees. So Uganda at worst would not want kind of experience that, because we are really stretched out right now in terms of resources and available response. Really, that would be, on the worst case scenario. But I'm hoping for the best, and that Kenya would set a good example. If it changes its president after one term, it would be the first time in the region that we are seeing this, and it would be very inspiring for us, especially we've lived in a country where the president has been leading for the last 31 years.
I believe that bloggers are actually responsible for what's happening currently. Most of us have been compromised. Most of us are being used by entities and individuals to propagate falsehoods, to propagate information that is not correct, to propagate information that is against the interests of the public. And to some level, you might understand why, because we all need to pay bills. We all need to take care of our responsibilities. But I think I need to challenge bloggers that we need to look beyond our own interests and look at the interests of the public, because at the end of the day, these people who end up using us dump us or throw us once they're done. And blogging has actually become very influential in today's world, because now traditional media is taking a backstage in how news is reported, and social media has actually been able to take up. And anyone who can be able to put 2 or 3 words together, can be able to take a picture and understand what it means, can be able to actually be a journalist. Like, for example, any person on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with more than 100 followers is a media house. Those 100 people can be able to spread the information so fast to the rest of the country. So I believe that in as much as we've been able to create a space and environment for Kenyans to get information, I also believe that some of us have been compromised, and I think we need to sit back and look. We need to have a moral code of what is good for the country and what is good for us.
Bloggers and social media users have played a big role in this election. We have seen them contribute in what one would consider positively and negatively. We have seen bloggers brought up issues affecting different parts of this country. Things to do with coastal region, western, Nairobi, central, and even northeastern Kenya. In this regard, bloggers have discussed issues to do with policies and ensured that the discussion about our election is truly reflecting the feelings of Kenyans. On the other hand, we have seen bloggers being used to spread fake news and propaganda. In that front, Communication Authority and the commission headed by Kaparo have been concerned about this. And us as BEC, we've done a lot of training. At the same time, our main point is to build a community that understands what is wrong and what is right. In that case, we met Communication Authority a few days ago, and their message and our message to bloggers to use their power to protect and to encourage free and fair election, but at the same time to stand for peaceful country.
And that is the chair of the Bloggers Association of Kenya. But we also had views from Uganda on how much, the online community, if I might call it that, is also observing and looking at how Kenya is going to conduct its elections. That is from the Ugandan perspective. But let's take a look at more of your views. Paid bloggers will not change the situation in Kenya today. Leadership is what we want. Compare Paul Kagame and Kenya. And we also have another here coming in from Mandere, who is saying the worst characters in Kenya's social media are our bloggers, foot soldiers who follow money as opposed to the real issues close to us. And another from Sadiq Shaban, who is saying activists, bloggers and journalists who dare speak against official graft in Kenya continue to face harassment and intimidation. And Perfect Alf, you're saying the real cancer in Kenya has to be these wannabe bloggers. Guys get paid peanuts to write and tweet about anything, be about something. We also have one coming in from Hood Boy Max, who is saying tribalist youth bloggers who spread tribal hate every day in the name of making 527 shillings are enemies of a greater united Kenya. And of course, Agrim Boya, who is saying bloggers are the most untrustworthy people in Kenya. They support the corrupt politicians who pay them well. And Daniel Kamanga, you're saying some bloggers can't even show you where Nyamira is in a map of Kenya, and their cell phones are hot. So I'm smoking right now. And well, there you go. Some of the views coming through. But Linda, did you have a taste of this cake? Linda, if you can hear me, did you have a taste of this cake?
Which cake are you talking about, Joy?
There's a cake here that was eaten by the people from the Standard Digital.